returned same day. I wasn't thinking that it was actually going to be the same day that I returned, but it is, so that's cool. I think I'm going to continue Brand of Light. It wasn't my favorite, but it was pretty funny. It wasn't supposed to be, but I found it funny. I also found some more samples so I can do this again, and I'm very excited for that. Only 2 more samples, but I think this should be fun. Okay. Brand of Light. Like, that part doesn't make sense. That part also. Plot holes. I don't know what's happening. I didn't understand most of that. I think this might be too high fantasy for me. It's not even fantasy, it's like science fiction. It's like science fiction fantasy. It's like Star Wars, but at higher, steeper learning curve. Oh, my brain hurts. Are we getting an arranged marriage? I don't like the girl, but, you know, she might grow. No, that's true, but, you know, it can be helpful. Yeah, she's definitely not ready. I need to know if this book I like. No, I mean, like, I want to know if this book has a list of all the words and the definitions and the pronunciations. I would very much enjoy that. In fact, I think it should be printed out on a little booklet that comes with the book. Anyway. I'm with Dad. I get that he seems to be a little bit more of like a controlling tyrant, but he has a point. He has very good points that I agree with. So, like, his tone seems, I don't know, I'm putting tone into this, I guess. His tone seems like he's, yeah, but, yeah, but I agree with the king. Yeah. Look, I've gotten to the point where I'm agreeing with the adults. Okay. We're back to the steep learning curve. He's on some sort of mission. He doesn't know exactly what he's doing. He's extracting something from a planet, I think. Steep learning curve. I feel like I need to annotate this just to figure out what's happening. That's not what it is. I don't think that's what it is. Oh. I feel like there's too much of a focus on romance. Like, this is a really cool world, and you could do so much coolness with, like, wars and missions. And they're like, no, let's have everyone fall in love. And I'm like, let's not. It was like a serious conversation, but I'm not following. Like, I don't know what we're talking about. I feel like I'm just like a little kid, just like watching people argue and like trying to figure out what they're saying. You don't seem like the most positive person. Doesn't sound very masculine, this dude. Yeah. Am I DNFing this sample? I DNF'd a different sample. Okay. So the female characters were just like very jerks. I don't know. They're just like kind of the opposite of feminine, which is not something that I really like to read, I guess. One of them is like basically in this world trying to be a knight, I think, or like a soldier or something. And women can be strong, and very selective few women could probably excel in this sort of environment. But when you're working with men who are already kind of stronger and are working the same amount as you, they're going to be better at something that's just, or better at the physical fighting things. That's just kind of common sense. So I don't love that she's trying so hard to do this instead of doing something else that she could potentially be better at, or just like, I don't know, being feminine, which she could change later, because that's kind of what it sounds like. One of the princes has fallen in love with her, so he wants her to be his princess, sort of thing. And so I think that could help her grow, but I don't really want to read through all the drama to get to that point. I'd rather just have characters like that to begin with. The other character seems very passionate, very bitter, but also not really relating to other. Like, there's one guy that really likes her, but she just refuses all advances, and she thinks that he's something that he says he's not, but I don't know, he did kind of seem like he was that sort of character, so I kind of took her side, but she wasn't my favorite. And the guys, they just seem a little bit more, or a little too feminine, probably written by women with a woman's thought process instead of a guy's thought process. But yeah, so one of them just seems a little bit more feminine, kind of acting in a way that seems a little bit more feminine, or at least not masculine. And then the other guy I kind of like, but he also seems like a little bit like an idiot, just because he's trying to get this really strong girl to change into something that she's not. And yeah, I don't really care enough about the characters, or like enough of the characters to keep reading this. I don't think I really like the world. I think the world is pretty cool, and I think other people could really enjoy this. This is not for me at the moment. Like, I love the world. I want to get more into the world, but I don't want all the relationship and character drama that seems to be happening. I prefer just like plot and action and world in this world, in this story. I don't think I'm gonna get that though, so I don't know what I want to do with this book yet. Probably going to, like, I might try to read it later, but it's not like Verity where I'm like, I need this now. Yeah, there's still some more, there's still like half an hour left of this sample, and I can't anymore right now. So we're gonna come over here to Missing Hers sample. I don't remember what this is about. I think it's a thriller though, and I think I've also read this before, so I don't know how much of it. 5 minutes left in sample. This is, I think the sample is the prologue, so this should be easy. I definitely liked that one. Very, very short. It was just the prologue. It wasn't like the other samples were like a big chunk of the book, or it felt like it anyway. That one, prologue, definitely makes me want to read more. Didn't grip me so much where it's like I have to read more, but I could just be in a slump for today. Yeah. Yeah, but I think it's good because it's like simple reading for the most part, like simple words, so you can read it pretty fast, and that's really good for a thriller, I think. Yeah, so woman robbed a bank and killed someone, but she has like 4 kids, so she came back to the house, got all the kids ready to go in the car, and now they're driving. She's being chased by police, and she's got to the point where she's like, I'm not letting anyone take you from me. But I don't know exactly how that's going to play out. I have to read the rest of the book to find out. Yeah, pretty fast paced. There was only one part that dragged a little bit, like too many descriptions, and to where I was like trying to read the descriptions, but I was really just skimming to the next part. Yeah, Fox is next. By Nadine Brandis. This is a similar thing to Romanoff, I think. So like real story with magic, but I don't know the story of Fox or what happened. So I should probably do some research about that, read a book on it before I read this. But we'll just read the sample and then figure some stuff out. I think I've read this sample before. Okay, so that one I'm honestly not sure about. I'm not a fan of the main character, but I think that's a point. I don't know. The magic system's kind of cool, but again, it feels like romance parts. And I guess I'm just not feeling romance right now. I don't know why. I didn't mind the meet cute and Verity, but it wasn't, I don't know. I don't know. I'm tired of this again. I think I need a break again.